We are going on a wine tour today. We're in Signahe. I've been making wine here for over 8,000 years. Yeah. Okay, so we're heading to our wine tour. Okay, that's good enough. Are we excited? Welcome to Signahe, the Kakheti Valley in Georgia. This region is also the home of winemaking. Archaeologists have found evidence that support Georgia's claim to being the oldest wine-producing country. This is the view overlooking the Signahe, the region that we're in, the valley.
Because this river's name also. Because here begins River Razani, longest river in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
This
Wow.
river starting from Kakheti mountain, begins this area and finish Azerbaijan from Ringechau state.
The region of Kakheti in Georgia is known to be the oldest winemaking region in the world. Archaeological findings have dated back to over 8,000 years ago. In 2015, scientists were studying the history of agriculture in the southeastern region of Georgia, also known as the Kakheti region, right outside of the town of Signahe. During the dig, they found an ancient clay vessel that could be dated back to 8,000 years. When they analyzed the inside of this clay vessel, they found remains of grapes and grape seeds, and they were able to date the material back to 6,000 BCE. This was established to be the first known location of grape winemaking here in Georgia. However, the Georgian winemaking practice existed 3,000 years before the invention of writing and 5,000 years before the start of the Iron Age, which means that the Georgians have been making wine for over 8,000 years. A tradition that has been handed down from generation to generation and still exists in families today. And many Georgians still make wine the old-fashioned traditional way in their homemade vineyards, their homemade winemaking. And when you go to visit a Georgian, they will offer you their homemade wine, especially if you are in the Kakheti region of Georgia. Georgia is located at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Climate and terrain is perfect for the cultivation of grapes. And ancient Georgia supplied wine and vines to the first cities of the Fertile Crescent, as well as Babylon. Georgia has been invaded by Assyrians, Greeks, Romans, Persians, Mongols, Arabs, and Turks. The Assyrian king, who demanded tribute from conquered people in the form of gold, made an exception for Georgians, who paid their tribute in wine. As the Georgians, the original winemakers, influenced even civilizations such as Egyptian and Greek in their winemaking process. This is even in ancient writers, Homer and Apollonius mentioned the Georgian traditions of wine growing and winemaking in their writings. So this tradition goes back so far that if you read any of these writings, you might see hints of how the Georgians actually made their wine. As well as most of the vines that have been cultivated in Europe and Asia are rumored to have Georgian origins. We are now in the oldest wine region, 8,000 years old in basically the world.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited to go to the wine cave.
And then whatever this contraption is? What is this thing, huh?
An airplane. Good thing I'm sober one.
Sarah's driving.
So cool. No, here's a Georgian driving.
It's so true.
This is so cool. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either.
An airplane.
It's odd.
Ta-da! Wine Jordan.
This is before even drinking.
I know. Before y'all are drunk. This is before they all get wine hammered and cha-cha drunk.
Because if I don't pin myself now, I'll be able to find it later. So what are
We are waiting for
okay.
start, but now we're going as well.
Oh, okay. So we're on the way.
I don't know exact quantity. In Georgia, 8,000 years ago, people were using clay vessel for making wine, and this clay vessel was quarry. So quarry has shape like this. As I told you, it is placed underground, and we are using it for making wine and for keeping wine too. For example, these two quarries are used for keeping wine. It is covered by stone and clay to be more hermetically closed, and if quarry is closed well, we can keep wine inside quarry as much time as we want. If it's filled up, if inside the quarry we don't have air and it is closed. So in Georgia we are using quarries for keeping also, and it doesn't have limits. If quarry is good and if it's closed well, we can keep it as much time as we want. To make Georgian traditional wine, first we have to use Georgian grapes, because Georgian endemic grapes, has natural yeast on its skin. That's why it is fermented itself. When we are harvesting these grapes, we have to press it instantly, put it in quarry with its juice, skin and seeds. Then it starts fermentation process itself. For first 3 weeks, winemaker has to stir it daily. Then he covers it by stone hermetically well and waits for maximum 6 months. During this 6 months, fermentation process goes by itself. We are not interrupting, we are not adding anything. That's why quarry wine naturally is always dry. It is always dry. We can make semi-dry or semi-sweet wine inside it. It is always dry, and after 6 months, it has natural filtration system. Grape seeds and skin are going on the bottom of quarry here, and the wine is on the top. We are calling this grape seeds and skin jaja, and from this jaja, we are distillating drink, which is also called jaja. It is spirit drink, which is similar to vodka, schnapps, or tequila sometimes. So, but it is very strong because we are using leftovers after winemaking process. So, until we make jaja, we have to take out wine from quarry to keep it, as I told you, in quarry, or to drink it, or to sell it, maybe. It depends. So, to take out wine, nowadays we are using pumps and pipes or other modern techniques. But in ancient times, they invented this tool, which is called oshimo, and it is made by dried pumpkin. This is just a skin of this pumpkin. It is emptied from inside. They were using it like this. Wine goes through this hole, and then they are pouring it outside. If you'd like, you can try. It is very light. It's just the skin of pumpkin. In ancient times, they were using it for taking out wine from quarry. But for jaja, for the leftovers, they had to use tool like this, which is called orchela. Orchela translates in English like two hand, and they were using it like this, but from the bottom. After this process and before winemaking process, twice in a year, 2 times in a year, we have to clean quarry because it is very necessary. If quarry is not well cleaned, it will damage wine quality, or after 6 months of fermentation process, we will discover that we don't have wine. It is a very important process to clean it well. And for cleaning quarry, we are not using chemicals or water pressure. It damages clay structure, then it affects on wine quality. That's why nowadays we are still using this tool. It is natural brush, which is made by bark of the cherry tree. Its name is sartski. And we have to use sartski with water to clean quarry like this. If quarry is little, this is about 200 liters, we have to clean it from above. And if quarry is too big, somebody goes inside and cleans it from inside. Also, after cleaning, we should pour water inside quarry, and if water has any taste, we should clean it once again. And until the water will have clear taste, we have to clean it once and once again. So it is a very difficult process, and sometimes it takes more than 1 minute. 5 degrees of alcohol. It is not so strong. It is normal for jaja. But in Georgian families, you can try jaja, homemade jaja.
Seed oil.
Dip the bread inside the grapeseed oil, taste and dip cheese. It helps to refreshen your mouth and prepare it for wine tasting. So now I will bring wine. You can start and we will start tasting.
Are we all tasting? Yeah, we can take a taste.
You guys are not drinking?
I'm excited!
Did you not? Oh my god, no! He's drunk, no!
No balls, you won't.
Tipsy. What happens when you get a Hungarian tipsy?
Oh, that looks my experience there, Kakheti.
Disney World with wine.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Sounds much better.
We're going to the parking.
Look here. You want some also?
Actually, only time where
You can he get one also? I have not.
They're drinking. So we have one wine tasting, and only one person is drinking. Now they're drinking cha-cha, which is like the homemade version of
just like
their alcoholic drink.
Inside Tarragon.
Oh, it's tarragon.
Here.
Here.
I don't know. Not yours.
You make this.
Yes. Maybe here put here inside. I know clean. Good.
You didn't cheers. Am I allowed? Don't shame me. I've already got shamed. Hurts it. Yeah, you have to go up. So we're in a 6th century monastery on the top of the hill in wine region. This is where they used to make wine in the old Georgian style, but this is a 6th century wine region, and we're 30 kilometers from the Russian border. We can't see anything because it's raining, but yeah, and we're supposed to be able to see the oldest vineyard wine area from here, but we can't see anything because it's raining. And these right here is where they would make and store the wine. Back there, this is the Georgian style wine. That's how they seal the wine, and then the woman at the last vineyard told us that they can store it for as long as they want, as long as it's sealed properly. But yeah, that's where they keep the wine. This is where they would squish the wine with their feet, as demonstrated. This is, so here you go. Take this and
like a boat.
scrape it.
There's no hole either, is there? So it's not a canoe.
Oh yeah, it must not have been in here. Maybe no. Is it a canoe?
No, I think it is the thing, but maybe it's a replica.
Yeah. This is from the 6th century.
Oh, no, actually, it's just a tiny hole in the bottom. There.
Oh, that's where they come out.
God, that would be a pain in the ass to get it through that tiny hole.
That's why they have their paddle.
Isn't it? I wanted a picture of you. Nope. It does look like a canoe. What's up with that? It's not like a canoe. I'm not sure it would float very well. Okay, I'll have it.
Okay. Wow.
I wanted to go down here, but I was like, yeah, I'm not brave enough. So
You're not?
it's
Are you
just
kidding?
I'm so sorry.
You shut up. You already went. You already went.
You do have to force down by it.
What do you think it is? Oh,
Someone is buried here.
oh. A grave. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's worse. A grave?
No,
Can you
worship.
see the bones?
No, I can't see anything.
There's nothing else down there?
No.
Just
A cross. It probably like is an old church where they worshipped or something. We're at the monastery, just chilling because it's been raining all day, and then we're going to resume our wine tour. These wine tanks are from the Soviet time. This is what they used to use, even back then, for them to store and make the wine. We're wine tasting. Well, they're wine tasting. This is so cool.
I know a lot of wine festivals, right? At home is nice.
The wine vineyard, one of the wines here, 125-ish years old. I don't know which one. So far, the more liked one winery we've gone to, the first one. The more expensive one, of course.
Well, okay. He was making stuff. He said like cooking with tomatoes and onions. And we were thinking like, hey, that is not funny. Like, we were eating a lot of stuff. And like, it was a whole bottle of rice.
Okay, after like 8 hours, we were back. It was so cool. So if you come to Georgia, you have to go on a wine tour.
Yeah, okay. I totally didn't hear the first part.
Yay! We're all tired.